Pretty cool dome here at the Atlanta airport. You can come in for the domestic flights. And then there's Jeffro ready to go.
I got selected.
All aboard our first leg to Chicago for the layover and then Chicago to Portland.
Place your seat in the original upright position. Seat back device holders must be stowed for landing. We will now collect any items you wish to discard. Please put away larger electronic devices.
Well, we got a little bit left on this layover, and then 4 hours to Portland. Get it done. This has been one noisy flight. Some people don't know how to control their kids. Jeffro, we made it to Portland.
I know, this is really cool.
Got to see some volcanoes from the air, and this is a really nice terminal. I like the wood ceilings here. Now, our mission is to go find our rental car. We just picked up our Subaru Forester, and we're ready to hit the road.
Let's go, baby! We fit right in.
Got us some F-15s here at the Portland airport. Pretty cool. Mount Hood from our hotel room. Not bad. We just got to the Holiday Inn, checked in, now about to go explore Portland.
That's freaking cool, dude.
All right, we're on our way to Multnomah Falls, and on the highway to get there, we have a wonderful view of Mount Hood. So we see Mount Hood, and then over here, we have Mount St. Helens. So we're just surrounded by volcanoes here. We will be at Multnomah Falls in 19 minutes. It's just 25 minutes from our hotel. So we're 9 minutes away. This is the Columbia River. Everything you see here is Oregon. Everything you see over here is Washington. Oregon. Washington. Oregon. Washington. Ah! Here's the small fall, the bridge, and then here is the 620-foot fall. So earlier, we were down here for that video when we walked up to it. We were taking the path up, and we're about to be on that bridge. Coming up on the bridge, and wow, that's a heck of a waterfall, man.
That is so cool.
There's the Columbia River out here in the distance. We're parked in this center parking lot over here. In fact, that's our car right there. This lodge is 100 years old. Gift shop, restaurant. We just left the waterfall and we are heading to Bridge of the Gods, and then after that we are going to the town of Hood River. We are approaching the Bridge of the Gods toll plaza. It is $3 to cross it. We'll do it twice, so it'll be a $6 toll. Bridge of the Gods. Look at this view through here, man. So incredible. And this is not a paved road, it is the metal grates. And halfway across this bridge, we will be crossing into Washington. We are now crossing the Washington state line. There's the bridge and the mighty Columbia River. Like I say, we're in Washington state right now, so everything we're looking at here is Oregon. We are on the way to the town of Hood River. Beautiful out here. We just veered off the main road about 5 minutes away from the Hood River City our town we were going to the Mitchell Overlook, and this might be pretty neat. Sorry for the sun. This is pretty awesome. It's like a tunnel we're about to go through. Yeah. We're about to go into this tunnel. Lead the way, Captain. Dude, this is so cool. Hello! I see you in the dark over here trying to scare me. It keeps going. They just sprayed the entire thing in here with shotcrete. Well, our first day's coming to an end. We've been awake since 3 a.m. Georgia time. And right now in Georgia, it's 11 p.m., even though it's only 8 p.m. here in Oregon. So we're tired. We woke up in Georgia, went to Chicago, landed here, hit the ground running, just had a good dinner, and we will get some sleep and do it all again tomorrow. It's pretty badass out here, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Love it.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So we will see you in the morning. It is 6 a.m. Oregon time, a little after 9 Atlanta time. We were up for like 21 hours yesterday. We just got some good sleep. Went to bed Oregon time at 10 p.m. Waking up at about 6:20 right now. Ready to start the day. Let's get rocking and rolling, pal.
Let's do it.
Pulling out of our hotel here, and they have two of America's Most Wanted staying right next to the FBI building. They're watching us. We have hit the road of life this morning, and we are on our 1 hour and 50-minute journey to the north side of Mount St. Helens. We'll see what we get into for the day, but I think it's going to be a fun one.
Can't wait.
The visitor center was closed. We still have about 48 minutes until we get to the Coldwater area. We are at the Mount St. Helens Sediment Retention Dam. This is the public viewpoint entrance up here. So we're gonna go check out the sediment dam that was created after the eruption to keep all that stuff out of the oceans.
I hope there's enough parking here for us.
Yeah, I don't think there is. Smells like pine sol out here, man. It's so cool. So, this is where we are right here. The sediment structure was constructed from 86 to 89, 184 feet. And it's built to protect the communities downstream from all the sediment from that eruption. Catches it all, puts out clean water to go down into the Toutle River.
That's it.
Yep, so there's the outflow right there. Pretty neat.
It's beautiful dam.
So right here we are on the edge of the blast zone. Nice steel structure bridge right here. And a little bit of the information about it, about how it triggered the landslide and the blast zone, and from the eruption, all the trees and everything that were blown over and destroyed in this area owned by Wirehouse, the logging company. Speaking of Wirehouse Logging Company, that's one of their trucks right there. I don't know what that guy on the bridge is doing, but it is called the Hofstadt Creek Bridge. It is 370 feet from that span to the bottom, where that guy was looking down, I assume.
Jump! Jump, jump!
Here's our trusty Subaru. We stopped right here in the middle of the road real quick to show you how far down that is. I'm even scared to get to the edge of this thing, man, because that's a long way down, folks. Holy moly. Jeff's like, I ain't leaning over too far either. So we're starting to get a good view of the mountain coming around. You see haze. I don't think the camera's picking it up very well. We can see it better than the camera.
Not cold.
This is a mason jar full of the original ash from the 1980 eruption. We're here at the gift shop, and out their window, it's kind of hard to see, but they have a great view of the mountain. Speaking to the lady in the gift shop, that is not haze or fog or anything like that. That is actual ash from the base of the mountain still. And whenever the wind's blowing, it blows the ash up in the air. So you're looking at volcanic ash in the air. We're about to have one of our best views of the mountain so far since we've been here. Man, you can start to see the crater where it was cut out. So we have one of the best views of the mountain. We're not leaving yet like that sign says. We're just getting into it. But look at that, man. That noise you hear is the car engine. Lost 1,200 feet off the top of the mountain and the entire north side gone. Cruising down this beautiful highway, just staring at a volcano. This is the Spirit Lake Highway. We just came around a corner and looked at this. Wow. Better view of the crater. Just cruising with a volcano out our window. It's pretty awesome. We're about to the end of the road to the cold water overlook. After that, the road's closed, so we will get as close as we possibly can, but can't get as close as you normally can. That's some pretty cold water, Jack.
That's cold. Oh.
That's why they call it Cold Water Lake.
Frostbite.
So after the eruption, the sediment blocked up one of these rivers and it created this lake, and this is the outlet right here, and it flows on down. They call it Cold Water Lake. Cold Water Lake.
Cold water.
Yeah, that's definitely cold.
Refreshing.
It definitely is. I would drink this. We brought a life straw with us. Filters any kind of water. We're gonna drink some of this volcanic water.
Stick it in there and drink.
Pretty good. You can see how clear that water is. Well, we came and we saw. It was awesome. Last video right here of St. Helens as we cruise back out of here to check out some more stuff in the area. Roadside attraction. These are actual vehicles that were caught up in the eruption of the volcano and destroyed. And the most impressive part about it is over here. This was an A-frame cabin. The amount of ash and landslides and stuff over here completely covered this cabin. Pyroclastic flow. That was the word I was looking for. And then that cat right there, his name is Ash, I would have to guess. Good kitty. Look at this giant statue of Bigfoot.
I want that Hummer.
Found our first forest road, taking us along the Toutle River. All this property is owned by Weysenhauser, the logging company. Fun forest road. All the gates are open back here, so that's nice.
Do it. Just keep the momentum going.
Yep, there we go. I don't know where it's taking us, but it seems pretty cool. Middle of the Washington forest with a rental. It's like a quarry.
Should be the river right there, I guess.
Forest roads are the best roads for sandwiches. We are pilgrims in an unholy land here, my friend.
Yes, we are.
Every goofy looking pair of clothes we had at home we should have brought and we would have fit in there. Jeff and I do not belong here at all.
No, this is a one and done city tour down here in Portland.
Yeah, we do not come back here.
Although, I'm super big boy. Ooh.
Trying to figure out what that is. Not right, but wrong in a good way. The Dark Side Initiative. Even here they make fun of libtards and they paint it on the walls. Libtard. It is morning number 2. We are waking up at our hotel in Portland and we are driving to the Timberline Lodge at the base of Mount Hood. It is the hotel that they filmed the exterior of the movie The Shining from Stanley Kubrick. And all work and no play makes Josh and Jeff a dull boy.
1 hour drive, let's go.
Making our way closer and closer to Mount Hood. And there she blows. Hope she doesn't blow, but
Yeah.
she's there. Just now entering the Mount Hood National Forest. Out blazing our own path through the forest roads in Mount Hood. It is so nice out here. Bumpy, but nice. Cool gate.
It's almost new.
We are back on the road again, and this is pretty awesome through here, man. That's all I can say. Simply beautiful. This is a town called Government Camp. We are 11 minutes from the Timberline Lodge. And small little unincorporated town off the road heading up to Mount Hood. turning into Timberline Lodge National Historic Landmark. And this is the road going up to it. Whoa, look at that volcano out there. Another volcano out in the distance here. But this is the view from the parking lot of the Timberline Lodge. An historic landmark. That's pretty cool, huh, Jeff?
Yes. Here's Johnny.
Walking in. Look at this place. Inside of this lodge is amazing. That's a bar, the Blue Ox Bar. The Coyote Den. Like these iron gates for them. President Roosevelt's dedication of Timberline Lodge. That's pretty cool. We are signing in to the sign-in. Dr. Perry, Dr. Hall.
You know what today is?
7th? Yeah. Dr. Hall, Dr. Perry. What you think, Dr. Perry?
I'm gonna go skiing. Want to go on the mountain?
That would be fun. See if we can zoom in good on one of these rocks. Any climbers? Heading back down the mountain. Don't know what volcano that is out there, but it looks cool. We are entering Forest Road 2610, I believe it is, to go to Frog Lake. And we get to go through some snow.
We'll go through it.
Well, we'll be going through it all right.
That's so cool.
Oh, whoa. Yeah.
Time for some extra.
Well, we made it through all that snow. Let's see what's going on up here.
Yep, straight all the way to the lake.
Oh God, is this thing gonna clear that? Yeah, it should.
Plow through it. Just get some speed. Or actually, go straddle it so it doesn't go sink. Get the speed going. Don't get bogged down in it.
Check in the front, make sure this, because if it'll clear, I'll just go right over it.
Well,
But if
just
it's,
go over. It'll plow.
we made it over that one, no problem. 1 mile, we'll be at Frog Lake. I don't think anybody will be back here today.
Yeah.
Nobody's dumb like us. Or they're in the proper vehicle.
Say adventurous like us. I don't think we're dumb. A little hurt by that statement.
Truth hurts, pal. Truth hurts. We have made it to the lake. Supposedly a really good view of the volcano in the background up here somewhere. So we're gonna go find it.
Look at that water. Where is the mountain?
It's gonna be parked the trusty old Subaru here at Frog Lake. Only one other car was brave enough to come back here, and they had the vehicle for it. So you're about to be blessed with a great view here as soon as we get past these trees. This is like a postcard right here. We'll walk through some fresh snow. Well, not really fresh, but we'll walk through snow. And ta-da! Look at that. It was adult beverage time, and eat some Pringles and look at the view. Tell you what, it's amazing out here, isn't it?
It is. That was awesome.
Leaving Frog Lake and driving through all the snow and stuff.
Visit www.SiriusXM.com/go to sign up online on your favorite SiriusXM show.
So we slid in right there on the way out, or on the way into the place. Right.
That was the easy part. This is hills. It's gonna be sketchy.
Let the fun begin.
Just because you leave town doesn't mean you should go without your commercial-free music, play-by-play from your favorite teams, or the programs, entertainment, or news you listen to every morning. Get
Subaru, Subaru.
you love coast to coast. Call
I'm sorry. Subaru.
This is all runoff from Mount Hood. This is some of the coldest water I've ever felt in my life. I mean, that's pure ice. Volcanic rock. So neat. It's everywhere out here. Everything you see out here that's red, all along here, that is all volcanic. And this is layers of ash from previous eruptions. That's all ash. We got us right here, a fast-moving, crystal clear Oregon stream.
Oh. Not like that one we were just at a second ago.
And look how clear that is. And that's probably 5 feet deep right there. East Fork Hood River. Dude, we're right next to the East Fork Hood River. We're gonna go down here, check it out. God, I hope I don't fall. About to have shoulder surgery. It would really hurt right now, but the good news, it would be fixed after, but don't fall. Doing this one-armed. It was the one-armed man, I tell you. That probably would have been a lot easier, but hey. Mossy covered hills, clear water. Awesome. That pipe. You know, I think this might be a form of a redwood tree right here. I don't think it's a full-on sequoia, but I think it's a member of the redwood. Jeff will climb that. Hey, Ben Sandals, he's going all the way up. You make it down? Mountain Dew in hand, coming down the tree, no problem.
My flip-flop blew out on me, now I fall. That would suck.
So we snuck into the Toll Bridge campground up here, and we're gonna have us a nice little lunch right by the river. Hopefully this truck coming in isn't going to 62. Well, we've been officially formally kicked out of the campground for not paying for a camp spot, but he was cool and gave us 5 minutes to finish our sandwiches, so we're gonna dig in. We are heading back to Hood River, and we are driving directly towards Mount Adams. It's kind of hidden by the cloud layer, but all that snow in that part of the mountain is Mount Adams. It is beginning to wake up again. It is now May of 2025, October 2024. Earthquake swarm started again. It's been real quiet for hundreds of years, and we'll see if it does the St. Helens. We are crossing the Hood River Bridge. Old school, just like the Bridge of the Gods. No concrete or asphalt, it is still great. Captain Jeff at the wheel here for this one. Look at that sandbar out in the middle of the river.
I know, you gotta go all the way around that channel.
We are now crossing into Washington State from Oregon. We're gonna take the Washington side back, go through Vancouver, Washington, back down into Portland. And apparently this looks to be a drawbridge. Sure is. Thought that was part of the support, but it's got the stop sign, it's got the gate, and you can see where it lifts up. I know. This stuff's not fun on a motorcycle. Well, hello, Washington. We are in some sketch land here, but we're getting up here. Hopefully we won't hear gunshots ring out here in a minute. Private drive. Sorry, we're dumb. We're from Atlanta. Whoa. Ford, sir. We are in White Salmon, Washington. We just drove by a little bitty house up here because we were wondering what, just prices were. This little house right here, it is 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,300 square foot. $565, man. Wow. The Sinclair gas station dinosaur. Nice little town White Salmon is. Washington, Oregon, Washington, Oregon, Washington. Ah! So there's the Mitchell Tunnel we were in the other day. So we're on the Washington side looking at it now, and we're about to go through a tunnel, and there's a train tunnel right next to the road. Pretty neat. We're on our way to check out an active train tunnel, number 6. Well, it's private property, but they just said they're warned off. Nothing about gel, so.
This is the lava I was looking for right here. That's exactly what I was looking for. This is what they crush down those little small stuff they have.
Well, inside an active train tunnel. The tunnel, we were looking at this from that Mitchell tunnel the other day. It was right across, like I say, over here. In the last clip, you can see Mitchell Tunnel. It's pretty neat. Oh my God! This is Jeff and Josh talking to you from the other side after our head-on collision. The story continues though, so sit back, relax, and enjoy, because there is more to come on this trip, dead or alive. Yep, there's all those tunnels and viewpoints we're looking at. A lot of tunnels on the Seattle side, or the Washington side.
Right through the rock.
1926 this tunnel was built. Little White Salmon Fish Hatchery. Well, the whole fish hatchery. Always says authorized personnel only indicate fences. Let's see what's up here.
This is our home here. There's fishing club, but there's fishing here.
We are definitely not allowed back here, but hey, you only live once. Water pipe. You would not want to fall down in there. Alright, well, we're driving past some kind of learning center that we're not supposed to be by. Ooh, I was expecting to hear. It's okay, just look like you belong here. That's all we have to do. Blue water. Let's check out, see what this looks like. They're raising fish.
Coming back! They're coming!
Get back here!
Water down. Look how pretty that is.
Yeah, it's definitely blue. Dog Creek. Oh yeah, hey, there's a waterfall. Here we are. Dog Creek Falls. Go for it, Jeff. My mountain goat friend, here you go. It's filming, yep.
Head back down.
The mountain goat returns. got the world's longest sunroof here. It keeps going all the way back. Look how big that is. That's a massive hole. Up here on this wall to keep stuff from falling down it, you can see where big boulders have come through here. And this one right here got blasted to hell. That's a big hole, and you can kind of see the path it took. Nice little park on the Washington side of the Columbia River. Walk out on this wharf. We are in the town of Stevenson. And this used to be where the steamboats would come in. Bridge of the Gods in the distance. Around here, I've been seeing people all day doing this, but you got your dang windsurfers out here. Another guy. Two of them there. Yeah, he's booking it.
He is fine.
That water's got to be so cold. Because out here it's probably 69, 70, blowing about 15 miles an hour. Oh, it's the same thing like surfing, but with a big parachute. Let's check out this guy out here.
He's got hot weather.
Look in here.
Cruising, man.
Wow. The dams on the Columbia River. The Bonneville Lock and Dam. Power lines.
Just started blowing out.
Look at that. Holy cow. Absolutely beautiful. The scenery out here is just amazing. There's another part of it over here, but it's not discharging at the moment. Must be the fish gate. Beacon Rock, named by Lewis and Clark. Here is what Beacon Rock looks like on this picture.
He's made note in his journal.
So apparently a lot of rock climbers come out here. I don't see why this would be a good place to climb at all. Just kidding. Walk through the forest. the Rocky Forest. Well, we found the real path. We are still climbing around Beacon Rock. What's that?
This is why I wear flip-flops.
Yeah, right.
Environment right there.
Be careful not to track seeds off your boots to other places. Protect the environment.
Yeah, belong there.
This damn Portland hippie in front of us. This is gonna be awesome.
Dude, this might go all the way up.
This goes to the very top of this
It
mountain,
might go all the way up.
and I'm already out of breath. We're about a quarter of the way up. But look at this view. Dying will be worth it. I don't climb too many hills. Good Lord, look at this. Yeah,
It goes all the way.
it goes all the way to the top. Holy moly. Well, we made it to this bridge. Look at this view. This is pretty neat, isn't it?
After you,
Let's
sir.
go.
This is amazing.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think this would go to the top. And he's in flip-flops, you damn hippie.
Well, I didn't know we're doing all this with my tennis shoes on. This is the backside of Beacon Rock. Not sure how much further to the top, but it's got to be getting close. So this is the top, Beacon Rock. So I just came down. I should have taken a video of me coming down. But that goes all the way up top of the Beacon Mountain. I'm going back down now. Our first sighting of the Sasquatch. Rare, strange animal. Very hideous looking. Don't see them in the wild that often. Natural habitats, living rooms, couches. It's recording good. Just hold out there and just walk at the edge.
Alright.
Right on the left.
Holy moly. Yeah, that's a long way down, my friends. Yeah, it go down. It goes down. and we go down. We're here at Cape Horn. Nice little bridge here. And then out in the distance, that is the Beacon Rock where we just were. Jeff went to the top of it. I made it maybe halfway. Good morning. It is our last full day in Oregon, and it's time for the coast. We are an hour and 35 minutes away from the Goonies house in Astoria, Oregon, and we're going to mess around in Astoria for a little bit and then start working our way down the coast and hopefully see a sunset tonight. So,
Holding hands on the beach.
that's right. So sit back, relax, and we're heading to the Goondocks. We're just rolling into Astoria, and this is the view we get from the Astoria Crest Motel. It said it had the best view in town, so we pulled in to check. This is beautiful. Nice motel here. Pulling into the Goonies house. And here it is up on the top of the hill. Right there on the left. That big one right there with the nets around it. That is the Goonies house. So, here's the sign just saying, please respect the neighborhood. And remember, Mr. Perkins wanted to develop this place into a commercial site. The Goonies saved their residential neighborhood be a Goonie. So we're parked down here at the end. Gonna go walk up. There she blows. And then there's the house. Data slid on the wire from there to Mikey's. Getting a new roof today. Nice. Leaving the Goonie house. It's pretty cool. The guy who bought it is restoring it back to close to original condition. There are tons of them on this dock. This is the Jeep that the Fratellis drove right here. And that's the county jail they broke out of. The Goonie Jeep. Does it have the bullet holes in the back?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Oh, that's so cool.
Nice. ORV. Bullet holes the size of Mazda Sophia. Nice. There's where Mikey's dad was lowering the flag down the flagpole. kids come cruising down the street on the bikes, waving at him. We have procured our passes to the museum. Here we go. The gel interior. This is it. This is where he faked hanging itself. Nice. No way, it's Data's outfit that he wore. And the boxing glove and the shoes. The pinchers of Powell. That's so cool.
What is today's date?
Yep. We are heading out of Astoria on the way to Cannon Beach. Be there in about 40 minutes. We are in Cannon Beach, and this is the beach that the Goonies drove on, where the Fratellis were running from the cops and beat everybody in that race. That is Haystack Rock. That's a cool lighthouse. Oh, Jeff is going to take the polar plunge into the Pacific Ocean. His first time in it. He's freezing. Uh-oh, let's back up. So, what do you think about it, Jeff? Found a nice little overlook of Haystack Rock. That's a big rock. So we were cruising down 101 and saw this, but you know, there's no sign saying you can't come back here, so we parked here and we're walking up, and it looks like some really cool location. The Oregon coast. It's a little unnerving. But look where this takes you to. And we have it all to ourselves. You used to be able to drive around here.
Look at that beach down there.
Dang. Private beach. And then if you look back up the coast, there's Haystack Rock where we were. He's gonna climb up this tree. That's awesome. And then you got, with him there, you've got the beach and everything in the background. That's cool. We hop out of the car and the first thing we see is a bald eagle. But look at this view.
I'll just turn his head and look at us. You don't see many of those in the wild.
Look in here, Jeff.
Very cool. Any screenshots on that thing or no?
Shooting the gap. Just parked, found a nice little beach access here. Look at this house is right here. It's probably a $500,000 house on this coast. Looks like that. So where we were at earlier looking down at, this is the beach. Look at that arch rock. Wind's blowing really hard here, so sorry if it's not too stable. We are pulling into the Tillamook Creamery. Here they have ice cream and cheese here. Welcome to Tillamook Creamery. Started in 1851. Through present day, well, the pizza definitely good at Tillamook. We are doing a self-guided tour. You can check out the factory floors and see people making cheese. You can do cheese tastings down here. You can practice milking cows. That's a lot of cheese. So, it'll come in a big block like that. Goes through the slicer. Comes out ready to package and go on your sandwich. Medium cheddar and whole milk mozzarella. Cool. And garlic chili cheddar.
Beer and cheese. Cheese and beer.
All of the milk. Then we add curds and whey to it. How they make the cheddar cheese. I guess people might launch off from here with hang gliders. That's so cool. That's the parking lot up here. We're gonna go do a little bit of hiking through the Oregon Coastal Forest. This is a really long trail that takes you down about 300 feet down to the bottom. Takes you out to a beach, but plaque says it's about a 2-hour hike each direction. So we're not going to do the whole thing, just going to explore a little bit. Where a tree fell. Talk about being uprooted. I love all the moss and ferns out here in the Pacific Northwest. The views out here. That was a cool trail, but like I say, a little bit of walking on it. We weren't going to do 5 miles today. This guy over here can't do 5 miles with me, so I would have done it, but I was looking out for him.
We all know the truth.
Hey, everybody needs a good friend like me. I wasn't going to try to torture you. We figured out how to get the car down here at the creek. Pretty neat out here. Clear water, man. Something on the bottom. Some of the clearest water out here. Probably about 4 feet deep over there. A little bit deeper maybe in some spots. On our way to check out another stream. These moss covered trees. They're so cool. Everything's covered in moss. All right, that's nice. This is amazing. Look up this valley. All the trees leaning in. Up we go. Another side of the road waterfall going through the Tillamook State Forest. This will be our last view of Rainier from our hotel. Unfortunately, the day has come that we must pack and go home. But what a fun ride it was.
Too fast.
Well, this is where the journey ends. It's been a great week. Thanks for watching. See you next May.